You know, I see myself as a person, Moroccan, from a traditional culture. I try not to label myself. I want to be free as a human being. My work presents, as I said earlier on, what's around me, what I believe in. I don't want to be pigeonholed being, you know, just an Arab artist trying to present part of Africa. In Morocco, we have, you know, the Berbers, we have Arabs, we have lots of mixture of people there. Well, in North Africa, which is the continent of Africa, so I see myself as also an African person. And this is really what I'm trying to present. I'm not trying to present anything politically or religious or one specific type of person. You know, if you look at the work here, there's lots of people from the Caribbean, African American, from the Middle East, and it's presenting these groups of people that, like myself, who's been also scattered around the globe, that trying to fit in within the new space that you've been moved to. When I started doing the work, I wasn't expecting to be an artist. I was just doing something I loved. And through the hard work and believing what I'm doing, I feel very lucky to get away, to be able to have a gallery, to maybe able to design a t-shirt, to sell a postcard, to maybe design a table, to maybe to be part of an African group show, to be part of an Arab group show, to be in a Western museum like MEP. We are controlled by political situations in the globe. You know, the blueprint of living in the globe is to do with political, so there's no way you can't be away from it in any way you live. For me, you know, the work I'm presenting, there's that in it, definitely, because we can't get away from that, but I really want to let the viewer decide from their point of view what they see in the work. Politically, whatever other way they want to see it, I'm going to leave that to the viewer to decide. You know, for a long time, growing up in London again and trying to fit in from the 70s, it's very difficult for people like myself and people in my work to have a place, to have a dream, to have something they want to do within a new place you've been moved to. And so for me, this is really presenting, when I have the people I'm taking pictures of, I'm hoping I'm part of this group of people because it's the same journey. It's the new people that have been moved around or been moved around centuries ago and settling in. We all have dreams. We're all trying to fight within, let's say I live in the West, so I'm trying to find my position in the West, you know, with my work. You know, as you say, I'm Hassan Hajjaj, the Andy Warhol of Morocco, which is really a label from the West given to me because in the art world, the West controlling the art globally in a sense. So trying to fit in like myself or the artists in my work is very difficult. So we have to fight extra hard. And when you do get there, there's always a label that will be attached to you most of the time, of an African artist or an Arab artist or Hassan Hajjaj, the Andy Warhol of Marrakech. So this is part of it. So really, I'm presenting my people in a sense, and friends of friends. Everybody might see the same picture 10 different ways, you know, and you have to try to explain yourself 10 different ways. You know, when you, sometimes as an artist, you know, like when I would start a body of work, sometimes I don't have the answers at the beginning. It's only when I sort of go along doing the body of work, then I start to question myself and I start finding certain answers maybe later on. Or sometimes somebody else sees something in them that there's like I said, there's maybe some political work in the work and stuff. I don't really see it that way, but I know it can be that way. So this is something that's really, as I said, I always try to leave it to the viewer to decide, and I try to answer the best way I can from my point of view. Obviously born in the 60s and growing up in the 80s where we were wearing mainly counterfeits brands. And most of the work I'm presenting, sadly enough, this is you know, they're not real brands, it's an imitation of the brands. So I'm using the same, it's the kind of people I was growing up with now. There's hope, there's trying to be there. On top of this, the brands, they're very easy to communicate to public, sadly enough. They're more stronger than my images. You know, sometimes somebody comes and goes, oh look, Coca-Cola or Louis Vuitton, something like this. So you grab their attention, and hopefully from there you can take them on a journey. I'm not really worried about, you know, that maybe somebody might look at I'm, you know, trying to profit off the brands and stuff like this, but there's a different belief for me with the usage of the brands in my work.